what is your recommendation to your fellow peers in the industries, and how can you really balance between the risk-averse nature with the innovations?
Well, it depends on what you ultimately you want to achieve, and that goes back to the next item on my list is about vision, having a vision and a purpose, right? So without a sense of direction, you really don't know what kind of decisions you should be making. But for us, we want to be recognized as the largest and most profitable bank in the Southeast. That's a financial outcome, right? That's the vision as we make decisions to grow our company, where we put branches, what kind of products we implement, what kind of technology we have. Those are all things that are driven by that vision. But even more importantly, we have a purpose statement. And that's the emotional connectivity to why we exist, why do we work so hard. And that's all about making a difference in people's lives, in our stakeholders. So my personal purpose in life is tied to our corporate purpose, is that anybody who's connected to my life, I want them to be better because of it. So you'll see the word better a lot in our organization. We think if you're a customer here, you should be better because you bank with us. So if your goal is to build a reasonably sized organization and then cash out when you're 60 years old and sell it to another company, I wouldn't take any risk. I wouldn't be too innovative. I'd just build a decent franchise, get you a couple bankers, build you a reasonable market share, and then sell the thing. There's no need to take risk. For people like me and my team that says, you know what, we want to build a legacy business that's long lasting, that's here long after we're gone. And we know that the odds are always against that, particularly in banking. You've got to be able to take some risks, but they have to be calculated, they have to be well measured, and have to be well thought of. We've made a lot of decisions over the years that we scratch our head and say, wow, that's kind of a bonehead decision. But that goes back to the failure part, right? Not the fear of failure that we just said, well, let's don't take risks. Let's learn from the failures. Let's call it a loss of a battle, but not loss of a war, and pick ourselves up and keep moving forward. So when people invest in us, when we make decisions in the boardroom, it's all about, okay, economically, what do we want to achieve? And that's all tied to that vision. So when we put branches in place, when we hire talent, all those things go back to achieving that vision. It's a big, audacious goal. Is it achievable? I don't know, but at the end of the day, it gives us a roadmap for decision, right? The purpose statement is the emotional connectivity. It's all about making a difference in people's lives. And it's mushy, right? But it's important because at the end of the day, when you work for just a financial outcome, you commoditize yourself. And people will come to work because you pay them the highest salary, or maybe they have the best career path. But people who come because there's an emotional connectivity to what they're doing, there's real meaning behind their work. They know banking is one of those industries that truly does impact people in a big way. School systems, medical field, first responders. Banking is one of those that impacts people in a very direct way. You help people buy homes, you help send kids to college, you help businesses get started, you help that teenager buy their first car. So those things are very impactful. You counsel people on how to prepare for retirement.
And emotional too.
Very much so, right? So when people know that there is an emotional connection to what they do, their engagement level seems to just skyrocket.